Hey, Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. Welcome to another edition of 15 Minutes with the Captains. Today you got myself, Captain Emmanuel of IUIC, Arkansas, and today the topic is true friends. Let's open up with John chapter 15 and verse 14.
The book of John, chapter 15, verse 14. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
Right, so this is the standard set by our Lord and Savior. That's red letters. He told the disciples, ye are my friends if you keep the commandments. Go to Psalms 119, verse 63.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 63. I am a companion of all them that fear thee.
I'm a companion of those that fear God. Go ahead.
And of them that keep thy precepts.
Right, because we got to be mindful coming into this truth, right? Because in the world, the things that drew you to people were carnal, common interests. You understand, y'all like the same team or, you know, whatever the case may be. But in this truth, you got to put on your spiritual eyes. You want to desire to be companions of those that love God, that fear God, that have a zeal for this truth, that have a zeal to learn the scriptures and apply the scriptures. All right, go to Sirach 37 and verse 12.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 37, verse 12. But be continually with a godly man.
God said, be continually with a godly man. Read.
Whom thou knowest to keep the commandments
Who
of the
you
Lord.
know to keep the commandments of the Lord. Read.
Whose mind is according to thy mind. And will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry.
Meaning be there for you when you're going through a very misfortunate event in your life. All right. Go to Sirach chapter 6, verse 16.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 16.
Come on.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
A faithful friend means a loyal friend. A loyal friend is the medicine of life. Come on.
And they that fear the Lord shall find him.
And if you fear God, God said you will find a friend as such. If you fear God, you will find a friend as such. Go to Sirach 22:23 about being a faithful friend, a true friend. Read that.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 22, verse 23. Be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty.
In his low estate. Go ahead.
That thou mayest rejoice in his prosperity.
Because if you stay down, you know what they say, stay down till you come up. You understand? You'll be partakers of their prosperity when they come from their low estate. Go ahead.
Abide steadfast unto him in the time of his trouble.
Stick with him when he's going through it. Go ahead.
That thou mayest be heir with him in his heritage.
When he's blessed, you're going to be heirs with him. Come on.
For a mean estate is not always to be contemned. Nor the rich that is foolish to be had in admiration.
Jump down to 25.
Verse 25. I will not be ashamed to defend a friend.
That's a real friend. That's a true friend. They're not going to be ashamed to stand up for you. Ain't nothing like having a friend that will stand up for you when you're not in a room. When people bringing your name up, dragging it through the mud, or trying to paint a narrative about you, it ain't nothing like having somebody in that room to have your back when you're not present. You understand? That's a true friend. Go ahead.
Neither will I hide myself from him.
Neither will I hide myself from him. When he need help, when he's in despair, I'm there. That's a real friend. Get that in 1 Samuel 18, verse 1. 1 Samuel 18 and verse 1.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18 and verse 1.
Come on.
And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David.
Right. So at this point, David was a young man. You understand? An armor bearer that's being taken in by Saul, which is the king. Jonathan is Saul's son, the heir to the king, meaning he's the prince. So Jonathan is above David in estate. You understand? Go ahead.
And Jonathan loved him as his own soul.
But Jonathan loved him as his own soul. Come on.
And Saul took him that day and would let him go no more home to his father's house. Then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul. And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David.
Right, meaning I ain't finna be all clean and princely and you my best friend and you know, just looking like a Bethlehemite. You understand? He gave him his drip. Here, put this drip on. Go ahead.
And his garments, even to his sword, and to his bow, and to his girdle.
Right. So a true friend is not going to rejoice in being in a higher estate than you. You understand? He's going to love you as his own soul. Go to chapter 19, verse 1.
1 Samuel, chapter 19, verse 1. And Saul spake to Jonathan his son, and to all his servants, that they should kill David.
Now, that's a hell of a turn of events from chapter 18. But now look, Saul wants to kill David. Go ahead.
But Jonathan, Saul's son, delighted much in David. And Jonathan told David.
Jonathan made David privy to this. Go ahead.
Saying, Saul my father seeketh to kill thee. Now therefore I pray thee, take heed to thyself until the morning, and abide in a secret place, and hide thyself.
So he looking out for his friend. Hey, bro, you need to hide, because my father, he on that BS. Go ahead.
And I will go out and stand beside my father in the field where thou art, and I will commune with my father of thee. And what I see, that I will tell thee.
Come on.
And Jonathan spake good of David unto Saul his father, and said unto him, let not the king sin against his servant David, because he hath not sinned against thee, and because his works have been to thee word very good.
You see that? So he's speaking up for his friend. You understand? That's hey, Daddy, right. Listen, David ain't did nothing to you. David been faithful to you. He done put his life on the line for you. Don't sin against the Lord by killing him. Come on, Dad. Read.
For he did put his life in his hand, and slew the Philistine. And the Lord wrought a great salvation for all Israel. Thou sawest it, and didst rejoice.
You don't remember that, Daddy? You remember you was happy when he put his life on the line and slew the giant. Come on.
Wherefore then wilt thou sin against innocent blood to slay David without a cause? And Saul hearkened unto the voice of Jonathan. And Saul sware, as the Lord liveth, he shall not be slain.
So look at what the faithful friend was able to do by defending his friend. He turned his mind, he turned his father's mind from wanting to kill him in that instance. Now go to chapter 20. 1 Samuel 20 and verse 3.
The book of 1 Samuel chapter 20 verse 3. And David sware moreover and said, thy father certainly knoweth that I have found grace in thine eyes. And he saith, let not Jonathan know this, lest he be grieved.
So now at this point, because remember in chapter 19, Saul made it known to Jonathan that he wanted to kill David, right? But now David is telling Jonathan, hey, your daddy on that again. He want to kill me again. Jonathan like, nah, he ain't told me nothing. So David like, listen, your father knows that we close, and if he tells you this again, he done reverted back to wanting to kill me, it's going to grieve you. So he's kept it from you this time. Go ahead.
But truly as the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, there is but a step between me and death.
Believe it or not, bro, I'm this close. Your daddy, he is determined this time. Go ahead.
Then said Jonathan unto David, whatsoever thy soul desireth, I will even do it for thee.
So Jonathan could have been like, man, you know, you're on your own, pal. I done already fought for you once. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you might be doing something I don't know about it. You know, you're on your own, pal. I got to be king one day. You know what I'm saying? No. He said, whatever it is you need me to do, my brother, that's what I'm going to do. So they came up, you know, with a thing. I'm going to say that I'm going to hide, but I'm going to say that I'm going home to do a sacrifice, whatever. And based on your father's response, if he say, okay, cool, then we know that he's not on that. But if he gets angry, then that's when you come out the next day and do the arrow thing so I can know to flee. So now, let's see it play out. Go to verse 27.
Verse 27. And it came to pass on the morrow, which was the second day of the month, that David's place was empty. And Saul said unto Jonathan his son, wherefore cometh not the son of Jesse to meet?
So Saul is like, where the hell is David? Go ahead.
Neither yesterday nor today. And Jonathan answered Saul, David earnestly asked leave of me to go to Bethlehem. And he said, let me go, I pray thee, for our family hath a sacrifice in the city, and my brother, he hath commanded me to be there. And now, if I have found favor in thine eyes, let me get away, I pray thee, and see my brethren. Therefore, he cometh not unto the king's table.
That's why he not here. He in Bethlehem with his family. Go ahead.
Then Saul's anger was kindled against Jonathan.
So it played out how David told him, if he wants to kill me like I'm trying to tell you, he gonna get mad when you tell him that. Go ahead.
And he said unto him, thou son of the perverse, rebellious woman.
So look at how Saul is reacting to his son for defending his friend. You son of a bee. Go ahead.
Do not I know that thou hast chosen the son of Jesse to thine own confusion, and unto the confusion of thy mother's nakedness?
Come on.
For as long as the son of Jesse liveth upon the ground,
as long as David is alive,
thou shalt not be established, nor thy kingdom.
You will not be heir to the throne. So you got to think, why would Saul even say this? He's trying to get his son, from his perspective, to snap out of it. Snap out of this friend stuff. Come back to your senses. You know you want to be king one day, brother. Damn. Give him up. Damn. Give the Negro up. Come on.
Wherefore now send and fetch him unto me, for he shall surely die.
Stop playing. Stop playing yourself. You know you want to be king. Come on, man. Where your friend at? Drop the low. Come on.
And Jonathan answered Saul his father and said unto him, wherefore shall he be slain? What have he done?
But Jonathan ain't folding. He like, I give me some understanding. You understand? I don't understand. I don't get it. What is the guilt? What would justify me delivering up to him to you for you to kill him? I don't get it. Read.
And Saul cast a javelin at him to smite him.
Saul said, what? So you not going to comply? You want to question me?
What?
He's cast a javelin at his own son to kill. Jonathan's life is on the line trying to defend David. Go ahead.
Whereby Jonathan knew that it was determined of his father to slay David. So Jonathan arose from the table in fierce anger.
So Jonathan didn't have that happen and then humble down and be like, okay. I don't want to die. You know, he's actually out here in the trees and, you know what I'm saying? No. He got mad. He left the table. Read.
And did eat no meat the second day of the month. For he was grieved for David, because his father had done him shame.
Right. And then the following day, he went out and shot the arrows so David could flee. You understand? So basically, he said, to hell with the kingdom. You understand? Being heir to the throne. It's to hell with my life. Because he sees that his daddy want David dead so bad that he would kill him for not delivering David up to him. But he doesn't care. Why? Because he's a faithful friend. All right? Go to Sirach 6, verse 14.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense.
A what?
A faithful friend is a strong defense.
There would not have been a King David without the strong defense of Jonathan.
That's right.
Come on.
And he that hath found such in one hath found a treasure. Nothing doth can avail a faithful friend.
Right, not the promise of a throne, not even his own life. Nothing countervails a faithful friend. Go ahead.
And his excellency is invaluable.
You can't put a price on that. Hey, David, I'll give you a million gazillion treasures. Listen, a million gazillion treasures can't stop a person who hell-bent on killing you from killing you. You understand? Jonathan, that faithful friend, you cannot put a price on that. All right? Go to Proverbs 17:17. Read what you got.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 17.
Come on.
A friend loveth at all times.
Right, no matter what. Go ahead.
And a brother is born for adversity.
That's what being a friend is all about. Being a brother is all about. Being there for that person in adversity. That's why the scriptures say an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. Because that is what manifests whether somebody is actually your true friend or not. Go to chapter 18, verse 24.
Yeah.
Come on.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24. A man that hath friends must show himself friendly.
Read.
And there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother.
That, like Jonathan and David. They wasn't blood related. Jonathan was Benjamin, David was Judah. You understand? But they stuck closer than brothers. Remember, David got on his brother's nerves. You know what I'm saying? But David and Jonathan, they were inseparable. That's one of the benefits of this truth. That can happen for you in this truth. They that fear the Lord shall find him. All right, go to Proverbs 27 and 17. This is something a real friend, a true friend would do.
Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. Iron sharpeneth iron. So a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend.
Right, a real friend gonna sharpen you up. He not gonna try to compete against you and outdo you and SH on you and all that. No. He gonna hold you accountable. He gonna try to make sure you at where he at, or even above where he at, esteem you better than himself. That's what a real friend gonna do. Read verse 6.
Verse 6.
Come on.
Faithful are the wounds of a friend.
Are the what?
Faithful are the wounds of a friend.
And that might be how he has to sharpen you. You understand? A wound, meaning what? a hurtful to your feelings rebuke for your soul, for your benefit. Faithful are the wounds of a friend. Go ahead.
But the kisses of an enemy are deceitful.
Psalms 141 verse 5. So be mindful of the people that never correct you. Chances are that's not a true friend. Read what you got.
Psalms chapter 141 verse 5.
Come on.
Let the righteous smite me.
Let the what?
Let the righteous smite me.
This is the wounds of the faithful friend. Let the righteous smite me. Come on.
It shall be a kindness.
Uh-huh.
And let him reprove me.
Let him correct me. Read.
It shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head.
Right. It's not going to break me. It's not to break me. It's to help me. It's to sharpen me.
That's right.
That's what a real friend going to do. Go to Sirach 6 verse 17.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6 and verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
Right. If you fear the Lord, you're going to direct your friendship aright. You ain't going to let your friend go off. You ain't going to let your friend be in sin. You understand? You ain't gonna let a little disagreement deter the friendship. You fear the Lord, you're gonna endeavor to keep that unity. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Go ahead.
For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
You see that? That's like the example with Jonathan. When he was a prince and David was a young whippersnapper coming into the household to be the armor bearer, he said, man, look, take some of this princely drip. You understand? As he is, so shall his neighbor be also. All right? Go to Acts 15.
Sir.
Acts 15 and 35. So what comes with friendship and brotherhood is sometimes dissension and disagreements. It's not going to be lilies and roses all the time. You're not going to always get along. That's in the scriptures. Acts 15:35.
The book of Acts chapter 15 verse 35.
Come on.
Paul also and Barnabas continued in Antioch, teaching and preaching the word of the Lord, with many others also. And some days after Paul said unto Barnabas, let us go again and visit our brethren in every city where we have preached the word of the Lord and see how they do.
Right. So that would have been like Derby, Lystra. You understand the places that they went to in chapters 13 and 14. Go ahead.
And Barnabas determined to take with them John, whose surname was Mark.
So he wanted to take his nephew Mark with them. Go ahead.
But Paul thought not good to take him with them.
But Paul didn't agree with that. Read.
Who departed from them from Pamphylia and went not with them to the work.
Because when they was in Pamphylia, Mark upped and left and went back to Jerusalem. Go ahead.
And the contention was so sharp between them.
The what?
And the contention.
The what?
Contention.
The contention. Paul and Barnabas was like this. Now what's happening? They're having a contention. Go ahead.
Was so sharp between them that they departed asunder one from the other.
Right. They had to depart from each other. Go ahead.
And so Barnabas took Mark and sailed to Cyprus.
Right. So they went their separate ways. Now, is this the end of their friendship? It was over. They beefing. We into it till we die. Real street looking at. No. Go to 1 Corinthians chapter 9. So what we reading happened in Acts chapter 15. They had taught in Antioch and Syria. They went through the regions of Galatia, Antioch and Pisidia, Pamphylia, so on and so forth. Paul broke ground in Corinth, which was in Greece, in Acts chapter 18, right? So now we're reading Corinthians. This is years after Acts chapter 15. Read what you got. 9 and 3.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 3.
Come on.
Mine answer to them that do examine me is this. Have we not power to eat and to drink? Have we not power to lead about a sister,
Read.
a wife, as well as other apostles, and as the brethren of the Lord, and Cephas?
And Peter, go ahead.
Or I only and Barnabas?
Or I what?
I only and Barnabas. Have not we power to forbear working?
Right. So he's writing to the Corinthians about how they should be willing to support the leadership and so on and so forth. That's the topic of 1 Corinthians chapter 9, right? But notice he mentions him and Barnabas somewhat like a team. You understand? This is years after Acts chapter 15. He's writing to the Corinthians. They didn't come into play till Acts 18. So what does this tell you? They eventually made it right. You understand? They got through the quarrel that they had. Get that in Colossians chapter 3, verse 13.
The book of Colossians chapter 3, verse 13.
Come on.
Forbearing one another,
Forbearing one another, because we all got qualities that the next brother ain't going to always like about us. We got to forbear one another. Go ahead.
And forgiving one another.
And forgiving one another. Come on.
If any man have a quarrel against any.
If anybody got a quarrel against if anybody have a problem with each other, we know how to forgive each other. We know how to get past it. We know how to make it right. Because he that fear the Lord will direct his friendship aright. Come on.
Even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye.
So a faithful friend is going to apply that. It's not going to be anything that's able to keep y'all apart, keep y'all at odds. Y'all going to make it right. Ephesians 4 verse 3.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 3.
Come on.
Endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit and the bond of peace.
That's true friends. You understand? A true friend gonna endeavor, meaning fight, strive, go above and beyond to keep the unity. They're not gonna be content with y'all being at odds. You understand? And turn to enmity and discover your reproach. No, they're gonna make peace and endeavor to keep that unity. All right, that's what true friends gonna do. So those one of y'all was edified by that. Shalom, Most High, Christ bless.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word.